every 10 or 15 years, a film is produced that is so overwhelming, so forceful in its impact, that it becomes deeply embedded in the mind.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
This is Kenny Lee Lewis from the Steve Miller Band.
Hey, what's up? This is Jeremy Palco from The Walking Dead, and this is Still Toking With.
Hey everybody, this is Anson Williams, and I'm going to be on Still Toking With on Dorkening Podcast Network. Be there.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
What the hell? I thought I turned that off. Damn it.
Wrong button, Leo.
Yeah, geez.
Wrong room, wrong button.
It's just one of those days, and I just noticed my hair is all fucked up. Anyway,
I like you.
Wednesday.
I like your hair.
Well, why thank you. Hey, happy Wednesday. My name is Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. You are watching Still Toking With. We have a kick-ass show for you scheduled, as always, with an amazing guest. I can't wait to get to it. But without further ado, Mr. Benjamin, how's it going, bud?
You know, it's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, so that really doesn't mean shit to me other than it's Wednesday and we get to go live. I'm super excited to chat with our guest tonight. I'm just going to say, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get on up, and I'm just going to leave it right there because if you know, then you fucking know. That's it. I'm done. Go to Jeff. I'm done.
I would have went with something.
What different. Are you doing? What?
Jeffrey.
What's happening? Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm excited for tonight. Before we introduce the guest, I just want to shout out a memoriam for what happened back in 1941. Today is December 7th. For those of you that have forgotten, Pearl Harbor Day. So I just wanted to do a memorandum. Did I even say that right? Memorandum. I'm gonna fuck this dude's name up now too. See that? But let's bring him in. Rawle D Lewis. How you doing, Rawle?
Hey.
See, I got it all right.
Yeah. I mean, you were close.
Did I fuck up the D?
Yeah, you were good. You were good. Way to bring the room down, though. Like let's.
Well, I wanted to do that. That's all.
Yeah, I hear you. Respect to the veterans, right? Or to the people.
Right.
Yeah. And that's how you'll see when we close the show. I always close the show giving responders and veterans props.
Yeah, that's
so. But
they don't get treated right.
So how you doing?
Sorry. Huh?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Where's the toking part of this show, though? Where's the? Are we actually?
Okay. What? No gummy tonight, Jeff?
I mean,
that's already started. I couldn't even say my name.
I thought I was getting free shit, man.
Well, you are.
Yeah. My hit. There you go. Take a hit. Where's the camera? Somewhere over here. There you go.
Our
Oh,
show,
it's
our show
gonna be
is
That looks up close. That looks so phallic.
Right. I can blow it in your face.
No.
Would
I
that
got
help?
a prison flashback there, but
I didn't even think of that. Well, yeah, you're right. That's kind of nasty. That's
Oh,
kind of nasty.
shit. Right off the
You
tracks.
dirty fucking dog, man.
Right off the tracks. Literally.
how you
folks. I
guys
think-
doing? How's Leo doing? That's what I want to know.
I'm doing. It's work's been crazy, but other than that, I'm good.
I can tell you've been pulling your hair out.
I know. My day job's been pretty crazy as of late. It's but you know, I get to do this at night and chill out with you guys. And
What's your day job?
I am in marketing technology for a insurance company. So
Nice.
a lot of dorky shit. I'm responsible for like building like audience segmentations and dealing with like big data and stuff like that. So like if you're getting an email from an insurance company, it could be me behind it.
Damn. I didn't realize.
So if you get one of those, you just kindly respond, "Hey, Leo, fuck off."
Yeah, exactly.
Is this Leo?
This is Leo.
Wait a minute. I thought the show was about Rawle D Lewis, not
Hey, he
Leo.
did say he wanted to ask us questions,
Oh, who
yes,
the
he
hell is
did.
Raleigh, by the way?
Huh?
See, Jeff got it right, but Ben.
Rawle
Who the hell
D
is Raleigh?
Lewis.
It's called
R-A-
Raleigh. He's like, now you're
Maybe I did.
no
hold
Jeff.
on.
Jeff nailed it. He stuck the landing.
See that? She hasn't said
Which
that
is
to me
funny
in a
because I was
while.
expecting Jeff to fuck up
Oh, it'll come.
every time. Now, Ben, you're good, man. Everybody says because my parents put a damn E at the end of the thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So everybody says Raleigh. So
Did I
it's
say
all-
Rawle?
So
Or did I
why
say
don't you
Rawle?
just
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
move the D, and then you can just be Rawled.
Oh, jeez.
like, but then that sounds like like I've done something. You've just been rawled.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that could be your new your new platform, right?
It
Rawle.
just sounds so
Rawled
freaking
TV.
arrogant. At the end of the show, I'm like, you guys just been rawled.
Right? See, I think it works.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
There's some new merchandise for you when you're on tour.
I like it.
Yeah.
When you
Next
do,
Comic Con, you'll see me doing that.
well, see, I was thinking because a lot of our viewers probably don't know that outside of acting, you are an established stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So I think that when you're touring doing your stand-up comedy,
You mean my catchphrase?
you just got rawled, and you got your shirt with your smiling face. Just saying, and I only want 3% for thinking of it. That's all.
Only 3%.
Yeah, I was gonna go with 5, but I like him.
Oh.
Don't sell yourself short, man.
I don't want to. I don't want him to have to sell the car.
Nice segue. I like that.
You like that? I like
Right?
He's referring to you're referring to Cool Runnings, right? Where
Absolutely, I
my
am.
character, Junior Bevil, sells his car to go to the Olympics. Yeah, I like how you slip that in. That's
Well,
you
I
guys,
think-
this is a high quality show. I could tell you guys are
Oh, we have high quality.
Wouldn't
off
go
the
that
rails.
far. I wouldn't go that far.
you're in a location in Antarctica, apparently. With,
I just wanted you to feel at home.
Yeah, the frozen and
The frozen tundra.
Jeff's in Tewksbury or wherever the hell he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's wherever the baby Sasquatches are.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, they're in the woods right out back.
So yes, and you'll get a lot of those little innuendos through the show tonight about Cool Runnings because it was, or it still is, one of my favorite
Oh, really?
all-time movies. Even though it's loosely based on the Jamaican bobsled team, I'm one of those people that loves based on true events, based on actual facts, based on this, but it has to have some truth behind it.
Well,
Go ahead, Leo.
and the movie has so much heart. Did you know it was
Yes.
nominated for AFI's top 10 sports movies of all time?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is why we have Leo, folks.
This is why Leo makes the big bucks.
Right?
I make the bucks. I don't know if they're big though.
Wait, so I'm thinking, what's the one with the Kurt Russell? With the Miracles. That's got to be up there, right?
Yep. I would say it is, and that's another one of my
Rocky.
all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the top 10s were. Like, it got to be Rocky.
Oh, he's gonna Google it right now. See him?
Yeah, he's gonna find out.
But
no, this is off the dome. He's not Googling.
Yeah.
Look at his glasses. You can see the 17. See the 17.
So currently the top 10 is Raging Bull, Rocky, Pride of the Yankees, Hoosiers, Bull Durham, The Hustler, Caddyshack, Breaking Away, National Velvet, and Jerry Maguire.
Oh shoot!
I didn't hear Cool Runnings in there.
I said it was nominated for the top.
Yeah,
10.
we didn't make it.
Oh, you didn't make it.
Just like they didn't make it down the hill in the movie.
No, you suck. I'm done.
Hey, they made it across the finish line.
You what?
They made it across the finish line.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We still did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they made it across in real life too.
They did.
I mean, they walked. They were smart. They didn't lift the sled.
like in the movie.
So that was definitely a fun movie to make. I can tell.
Absolutely.
They
Well,
had
I
to
got to
be.
work with John Candy before he left us, and you can't complain about that. He was an amazing dude. There's not too many people. Like a lot of times when you meet your heroes, or so you go, oh God, this guy's a dick. I kind of wish I didn't meet him. But John Candy was the opposite. Like as far as he was a lot like the warmth and generosity and sweetness and like just a regular dude. He was all of that.
That's awesome.
Add kindness and mix and stir. That was him.
Hence, Candy.
Yeah. I have a feeling you're gonna be hitting a lot of these singers, huh?
Yeah, it's usually Jeff. I don't know what happened.
I started off that way.
Leo switched the cameras around, so I guess it's up to me.
Yeah.
Too many tokes.
Wasn't it Home Alone that he did that as like a favor? His scenes.
Oh yeah. Also, what's the one?
Planes,
Trains,
Automobiles?
there's another one where he's is it Uncle Buck?
Uncle Buck. Oh yeah.
Uncle Buck,
Yeah, he had a good relationship with John Hughes. So John Hughes was just like, hey, do you want to come do this movie? So he talked about doing John Hughes, which is not a bad guy to do a favor for, but he talked about that a lot, that he was always like, John Hughes was always, come on, man, do my movie. So that was, he said, but Home Alone, but he also, people don't know, but he used to do impressions. I wonder how come I never saw him do it in movies. He would do these great impressions.
Really?
Yeah, like he'd be nailing it, like Jerry Lewis and Sammy Davis Jr.
Wow.
Didn't know he did that. That's cool.
No.
Yeah, he's a great impressionist, but no one ever mentions, like he never did them, in his films or anything like that.
Right. He just kept it real.
Yeah, he just kept it himself. He was very like into representing the everyday guy, which he was,
Right.
I don't think he was acting at all. There wasn't much sort of a transition between him saying cut and the real guy.
That's what
you can kind of see it in his performances. It's just being him.
Yeah, they call it camera magic.
Yeah.
It's he just works for the camera.
Yeah.
Some people they play real nice guys on camera and then they cut and they're major
dicks.
Yeah.
Want to drop any names? We'll let you.
Right.
He's like, no, I still want to work in the industry.
Don't fall for it. Yeah.
Well, quiet as it's kept, I heard Jeff is sort of a,
I don't know. He could be sometimes.
What, a-hole?
He does get cranky about those slippers he needs to wear, though.
No, I don't think. I think it's like it's probably a lot more people than you realize, but I don't think it will do anybody good to know who they are, because you're not gonna run into it.
And the ones that get caught, it's
like Will Smith, you mean?
Yeah, well, Will Smith and the Batman guy, Christian Bale.
Oh yeah. It's weird. Christian Bale is not. He's not a bad guy. He's just that he's a perfectionist. And then a lot of times when you're on a set and you're trying to, he's one of those guys that likes to stay focused. And sometimes somebody will be eating a sandwich and just messing with your hair and stuff, and he's trying to stay in the zone. So he probably just snapped. Yeah. But that I don't mind. Like if you do all that and then you suck, then I'm like, come on, what are you preparing for? You're preparing to suck,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm always doing that.
Kind of wish I had some of whatever you're on.
Well, actually, we had somebody in the chat say, "Get your particulars, and he'll send you some RSO." Rick Simpson oil.
I was just gonna ask what that is. At first, I was gonna pretend like I knew. Then I was like, nah, not on this show.
Not on this show.
Ben, what is Rick Simpson oil?
Oh, I'm not even going to explain it. Google it.
Okay.
Google it. It's a high.
I know it's a high concentrate. I'm just saying for
concentrate
people who are watching
of indica, which a lot of people use it in the cancer style patients and things like that. Yeah, it's medicinal. It's a medicine. Yeah. Darren being one.
That's what most people use it for. Is cancer.
Yeah. Darren Miller being one of those people, who's actually the one that said he'd send you some. Just Google Darren Stephen Miller. I mean, he's got an amazing story. But we're here to talk about you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You.
Yeah. So how'd you get that part? That's what I want to know.
Scale
coming from where? Trinidad. How the fuck you end up in a bobsled on ice?
Well, I mean, that was like the biggest. That was my first like big part. But I was actually, believe it or not, I was helping cast that movie. I was there for accent authenticity. So when the actors were coming in, I would be like, yes, nay, yeah, he sounds right. That guy, no. Which incidentally, it didn't really matter because they when they were filming the movie, they're like, whoa, cut out that accent. They thought we had too much accent because they were worried about people being able to understand in like Ohio and all these, like in the
places where they talk funny.
What's that?
Places where they talk funny.
Yeah, exactly. No, they thought we'd be too Jamaican for a Disney film, so they were like, "You guys, it's too much accent." Wow. But initially, I was there in the casting, helping people with reading with them, so they could hear what the accent sounds like.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then I'm from Trinidad. It's not even the same accent, but I was a lot of my friends and my people in my family are from Jamaica, so I was doing their accent, so that they can hear it. And then eventually they were like, as I was reading with the people, they were like, "Hey, this guy's not bad." They didn't tell me that. They were just kind of whispering behind my back. Like, right. Actually, because I just talked to the director the other day, and he was saying that. He goes, "Yeah, the whole time we were like, no one sounds for this part, no one sounds like that guy." And initially, the part I played Junior was they wanted very like what do you call it? Like Jaleel White, Steve Urkel, Jamaican version.
Okay.
They wanted him to be goofy and nerdy, and I was reading it, but I was still in my mind. I was like, yeah, I'm timid, but I'm still an athlete. Like I'm still not gonna like Jaleel White's not gonna be running track.
No,
I mean, no, not the real guy. The real guy will kick some ass, I'm talking about Urkel.
Urkel, yeah, right.
So
he couldn't even walk through the door without tripping on something.
Exactly. So I didn't play it like that. I played it like just kind of a not that confident. And so I guess they go, oh yeah, we like that. We didn't see it like that, but we like that better because we could still believe that guy is a track star, you know.
Well, with you playing the character like that, the growth, you know, you have during the film with like the pride, the power, the badass motherfucker, you know.
Hey, you stole my line.
It definitely adds.
I like your read on that line, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
but you didn't say it with like you were supposed to.
How would you say it, Ben?
Oh, I wouldn't say it like that.
Yeah, let's hear how you would say it.
You're being called out.
I saw that, and I'm not going to play into it. I need a mirror, and I need. Is it who was your? Was it Malik?
Malik.
Yeah. See, I suck with names. Sorry, folks. You know, who played Hughley.
You don't need the mirror because he was also talking to himself when he was mustering up the strength to, you know, defy his father. You know,
that's true.
Yeah.
I did my research.
Well, you did your research on Cool Runnings, but did you do your research? Because Cool Runnings actually is what really launched you into the entertainment, but you had a few parts prior to that on TV shows like Hill Street Blues,
MacGyver. And one of my favorite shows,
MacGyver. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, well, two
small
things,
parts, but still nonetheless.
Two things I'll say. One I'll say is that you looked at IMDb, right?
Of course. Well, Wikipedia too.
They don't exactly get things right, but
well, correct us, please. We like that.
No, but I will say this. But before I did that, before I did Cool Runnings, I was like, I didn't have a full name. You know, it was like gang member number 3 or Haitian conflict number 4.
That's what it says. Gang number
trash man number 1.
Haitian worker. But it's still being part of something. Showing the fans that you just didn't step into the limelight and go, hey, here I am.
Oh,
You worked, you had to work your way into a position.
That's
and like
true.
you said, the reason you got that part was you were actually there helping somebody else try to get that part.
Yes. And then some of my friends who were better known actors were coming in, and I kind of like, so I'm reading and the director and the producer are behind me. But when I'm about to read with them, I pretended that they weren't my friend because I'm trying to get them the part, and I have the script and I'm giving them this like, and then I'm giving them the heat. I'm like really giving it to them, like more than all the other actors because I want them to get the part. And so what I didn't realize is they were like, God, this guy's really into it. They were like behind me, thinking the reader's really showing these people up. But that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to get my friends in the movie. And so I was kind of giving them a little more heat. But the only reason that I think they take a chance is because they were like, well, he's done some. It's not like he didn't do anything. It's not like he was never acted before. So those parts you're talking about, those little bit parts before.
They all help.
Yeah, they helped a little bit. Even though it took me like a month longer than everybody else to get in the movie. Because they cast everybody else and they were like, right. Well, who is this new guy? You know? So the head of Disney and all of them, they were like, I don't know, man. I'm going to take a chance on a reader. so
they did.
It worked.
They eventually, yeah, they did. But they were, for a minute there, they were kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? This is a straight-to-video movie. We can't take that chance.
Well, speaking of Disney, apparently, from what I've read, is this movie almost didn't get made.
Yeah, that's what. Well, they didn't want to make it at first because they, not that they, it's like they weren't taking it as seriously, and like Disney was they were trying to do a Sister Act too, and stuff like that. And they were kind of thinking this is kind of a gimmick. It's not gonna, and it's not really part of the Disney brand.
Mm-hmm.
But the producer who had the script for Cool Runnings also had a story also had a story that they liked that they wanted to use for Sister Act 2. So she Dawn Steele is the name. So she did a kind of a trade and they're like, all right, if you give us that story, we'll let you do your bobsled movie. So that was kind of the thing. And then so when the movie started, like when the movie was like being tested, they do a thing called a test screening.
Mm-hmm.
But they really kind of weren't. They were thinking, well, we'll just push it direct to video. I don't know if the people know in the audience, but back in the day, there were movies that were like made for the theaters, but there's some that were just gonna send straight to video. Mm-hmm. And Cool Runnings was one of those until they did like a test screening in Tennessee or something like that. And they were like all these people in pickup trucks and gun racks were like, "Come on, Junior, come on, boy." You know, they were like,
"Run faster!
Come on, you can do it, Junior." So when they saw that, they were like, "Holy shit, this movie's testing good in the South." So then they started wanting to do more promotion and stuff like that. But they hadn't bought a lot of TV ads, you know, because you have to do that ahead of time. So they were like scrambling. So we got a lot like radio, and then they finally put like billboards up and stuff like that. But it was really late in the game. So that's probably why it did, even though it did good here in America, they already were hip to how much people liked the movie. So overseas, it did like $100 million because they really got their shit together as far as advertising it. This is when like a movie would be released here, and then later on, they would like about a month or two later be released in Europe. So it's not the simultaneous thing like we do now.
Right.
So in Europe, they really get like, you know, teamed us up with McDonald's and all that shit. You know, so we're on like McDonald's cup. You like get a Jamaican Slurpee with a Big Mac. You know what I mean?
Well, it's so in 1993 dollars, it had a domestic run of just about 70 million.
Here, right? Like 69 or something.
69 million here, and 86 million international, with a total worldwide of 154 million, which is in today's dollars is actually
a shitload of money.
Yeah, 319 million in 2022 dollars.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I wish my pay was like that.
Right.
Right.
Well, since that got pushed over to, I know it's in Disney Plus right now. Do they still give you royalties from plays on Disney Plus?
Yeah, the royalties have been amazing. The royalties is why I can talk to you from a home.
Right. Well, I mean, it's 30 years next year.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I made more money from the residuals of that movie than shooting the movie.
Of course.
And that's why I'm saying 30 years next year. Here we are
30
30 years later after this movie was made, talking to you about this movie.
Yeah.
That's how much it's watched. You know, like Leo said,
like you guys were kids, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
no. Well,
yeah.
I was half my age.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow, you look good, man.
You like it?
Well, I think Leo and Jeremy were kids.
I was just out of high school.
I was gonna say I was about 20.
Oh well, so was I.
But I mean, it was one of those movies that when I first started, same thing, just like the people in the South. I was like, yeah, go Junior. I was really waiting for you to turn around and pop your coast, you know, in the movie, pop him one for riding your ass the way he did.
Wait,
but it was great.
Well, what sounds like a different movie I did? What? No.
Are
you still talking about Cool Runnings?
Jeremy said I watched this movie 100 times as a kid, and I think we all did. I owned this on VHS. I remember that Disney had the clamshell VHSs, and this even got a Laserdisc release also.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I would like to get a Laserdisc. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Not that you could ever play it, but I just would like to.
Like to have one.
But I watched it a couple of times back in the day. I haven't seen it since.
In the theaters or like no?
Well, he's talking back in the day, so it was probably on a rock.
No, where was I? I was living next to you, Peckerhead.
Oh, probably. That's probably the only reason you fucking watched it.
Probably.
Did you guys grow up together? Is that what's happening here?
I've
pretty
known
much.
Jeff for about 36 years.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's sweet. You
Feel
watch
bad.
porn.
Yeah. My wife calls him my work wife. So when we're on the road, like when we see you at like we saw you at the convention, we do a lot of conventions because we wrote a comic book series.
Right. Yeah.
That was spun into a novel, that's spun into a TV series, that's spinning into an animation.
Everything's in progress. Yep.
Yeah.
What about us?
No, it's about you.
So you guys are going Hollywood, huh?
Oh, hell no. Stay in Indy.
No?
No, it's more like, behind the dumpster out back so nobody can catch you while you're stealing their electricity to set up some lights.
Right.
Damn. Somebody wrote Sanka Man, you dead.
That's Robert Hocko.
Do they know it's not that I'm not Sanka, right?
Well, yeah, I would hope so. You were Junior. But what was it like playing, cast with like Dougie Doug and Leon and Malik?
Yeah, man, those guys were great. I mean, it was like I said, before that I only had like one or two, like He Went That Away or More Coffee, Sir. Those are my lines in shows and stuff. But this is like hanging out for like months on the set with people. So you want to make sure. He says, yes, I know. So you want to make sure like these guys, the people you're hanging with for like 4 months are going to be cool.
Right, right.
So it was like it was a lot of laughing behind the set scenes and stuff. And John Candy made it so kind of like, warm and fuzzy. Like he was friendly and a lot of joking around, playing pranks on each other. So one of the things he said, he got us all together and he goes, we could be like actor assholes and like just do our scene and then run off to our trailer or hotel rooms. And he goes, or we could kind of like make it like really bond and then it'll probably show more on screen. Yeah. And he kind of took the lead with that because he was pretty cool.
Making it experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's I feel like that helped the movie. I think it kind of shows a lot of our antics kind of was like on and off camera too. So that was kind of fun.
Wow. All right. So did we cover everything about Cool Runnings, folks?
I had one other thing to.
Okay. I just don't want the whole show to be about that one movie because this gentleman has a lot more under his belt. So go ahead, ask your final.
No. I was just going to answer his question. You can still find this on Laserdisc. You can buy a brand new Laserdisc copy of Cool Runnings on eBay for $30.
That's pretty cheap.
I know, and you can get a Laserdisc player for just a couple $100.
See what you have to do is for all our viewers. Yeah. First of all, to find out about our amazing guest, they can find out about him where?
In the show notes, up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. I'm going to get you to say that one day.
I said it last week when you disappeared on us. Okay. So anyway, but what I think you need to do is, I think you need to buy 2 copies of the Laserdisc, right?
Yeah.
And then, not you, our viewers. Well, I'm getting to you. And then find out where Rawle will be. And you bring those to him, and you have them signed. And maybe if you've got a nice heart, like the movie is nice-hearted, you'll give him one. Just saying.
Yeah.
Or I can buy these things, get all the guys to sign it, and then have them at my show.
There you go. Yeah.
Now there you go. Now that's a thought right there.
Apparently, there's a calling for the Japanese version. That's going on eBay for over $200.
Damn.
I didn't know you spoke Japanese.
I mean, I dabble. It's very hard to dub my voice in Japanese.
Right?
It was out of sync too.
No, not at all.
I think the guy. I mean, not to talk about this, but I actually like watching it. I don't watch the movie ever because for me it was so long ago. But like every now and then, when I go to another country, when I do comedy, you end up in another country. I like watching it. It'll come on TV, and I'm speaking Italian or something. I kind of like that.
He's like, wow.
Because the actor is always better than me.
Yeah. Is that a turn on or something? Is that like a secret?
Is what?
Is that like a turn on or something?
No, it's not sexual, Jeff.
Why is everything sexual with Jeff tonight? What's going on, folks?
Maybe
Oh, you mean like, am I a turn on? Yeah, well, I'm sure to some.
Look, he's speaking French.
No, but I've never had sex in the movie, if that's what you mean.
No, real cool runnings.
I don't have it on a loop in my house. My bedroom. Just
wow. So
Okay,
anyways,
let's bring us back.
Anyway, now you mentioned going to other countries doing stand-up. Like I mentioned earlier, you're an accomplished stand-up comedian. So how did you actually get into stand-up comedy?
Well, I gotta say that since the pandemic, I haven't been out there as much. But how I started, I did it for like years. And how I started is because I was afraid of it. I was like, yeah. Well, what it is like I was doing it simultaneously with my acting, and then it didn't really start to really. Once I did Cool Runnings, I was like, oh shit, I got to get better at this because now I'm the guy from Cool Runnings that sucks. You know what I mean? It's different. Sucking anonymously is better. You know what I mean? And what's it? Anonymity. There it is. That's the word. Say that 3 times. Nope. So when I started doing the move, then I really started practicing, and then I wasn't. I actually was just doing it to get over to meet girls, get over my shyness and stuff like that. But then it ended up being fun. So and I ended up getting paid doing it. So and then it was an excuse to get to go to other countries and do it because almost everywhere speaks English. Well, European countries like Japan. Right. Not so much. My Japanese isn't quite there yet.
Right.
To do jokes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of fun. What's funny for me is that like I didn't realize that Cool Runnings was so big because I would be in like Amsterdam or like Denmark and people are like, yeah, waiting for me to say something about Cool Runnings. I'm not thinking that they've seen the movie and they're like, and then I'll be doing my set and somebody will yell at, come on, Junior. Yeah. Bobsled. Yeah. Say something. You know, they're like my heckles are about fucking Cool Runnings.
That's awesome.
But is it?
What's that?
He said it's awesome. I said, but is it?
Yeah, I don't like it's like like it could be. You know, you could be getting heckled. You suck. You know.
Yeah. True.
This is they just want me to mention the movie. You know. So like, you know, what are you gonna do? It's like it's not like it's like boo hoo hoo. You know what I mean?
So when they heckle you, do you go into the whole, you know, I see pride, I see power?
No, but you know, what I've done is I've let someone say it in like German or something like that, or I let the audience do it, like someone from the audience. Like I try to get you to do.
Oh, I see. Yeah, see how you did that? See how he only gave you a little bit though, right?
Yeah. A little tease there.
Just a taste.
Something tell me Leo can really crank it out, but that's a vibe I get.
Yeah. Only after about a week of people pissing him off. He's
Yeah, it takes a lot more than a week, unfortunately.
I would say he's like you explained, John Candy. That's how Leo is. He's just a giant, cuddly teddy bear that he just, he's just got a huge heart. Huge heart.
Yeah.
He's got a John Candy vibe.
The problem is when somebody pisses me off, though, it's bad. Like I'm one that like I'm like a kill 'em with kindness type of person, But there's been a couple people that piss me off, and it's like when you reach my breaking point, like I've beat the shit out of a couple people.
Damn. Shit.
Well, like school bullies and stuff like that,
Oh yeah. Oh, not recently. You're talking
No.
about
It's been a long time.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Not last week.
Yeah.
No.
Road rage.
Road rage.
This guy's shanking people on the off.
So you mentioned your comedy kind of slowed down during the pandemic. Now, are you starting to schedule as things are lighting up?
You know what it is? I started doing the podcast like you guys.
Oh, nice.
Not quite as effervescent as this podcast, but
I like that word, effervescence.
Yeah, you guys are, bubbly,
well,
fizzy,
Well, we just like to have
real
fun.
Bubbly.
No, but the podcast sort of started to grow. So I realized I could talk to more people, and I can talk to them about serious and funny.
Right.
It could be funny, it could be whatever it is. But if someone that is going through grief, you're not going to be joking around. But I kind of like talking to people. I realized that's why I was doing stand-up, because I get to connect with people in all different walks of life. Like I've done biker bars, cowboys and friggin' gang members, and everybody, when they're laughing, are just regular people.
Right.
And it's kind of like the unifier, the thing that brings, like, to go to Germany or Amsterdam or England, and I believe it or not, England is the most I felt like doing stand-up there is the most different from us, even though it's English.
Really?
Yeah, because their humor is kind of like kind of different.
Off?
I didn't say off.
It's a little different. It definitely is a little different. He goes off.
He's trying to get me not booked there, man.
Yeah, he's trying to get us kicked off our agency. What are you doing?
No, their humor is pretty good. It's just different. It's just so much different than ours. So that's But everybody else, it's like, the stuff that I try to talk about is like everybody's got like a cheap friend, or you know what I mean, or everybody's been through like the bill comes and they don't, like that one guy that's always like no, whoa, mine was only $10. That guy's everywhere. He's in Germany. They're like, yeah, that's like Johan. And you say it, they're like, it's in Sweden, he's in Botswana. You know what I mean? Those character types is like everywhere. So the things I like to talk about is like, anybody going through like a relationship, trying to keep your relationship and all that crap. Everybody's going through that. There's a guy in freaking, Madagascar that's annoyed that he opened the door for someone and they didn't say thank you. You know what I mean?
Right. No.
Everybody's a lot of people everywhere feels the same. We think we're so different, and then that's what the comedy was showing me, that God, we're all kind of laughing at the same thing because we're all experiencing the same thing, just with a different accent,
right,
or language.
So basically, shit happens all over the world.
Exactly. Literally too.
Literally.
So looks like you're 40 episodes in on your podcast. So this is something that you're loving. You're gonna.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stop. And I didn't really expect it to. It's starting to grow, and I wasn't expecting that because I was just kind of doing it for fun. You guys know how it is. Well,
we do. We absolutely do.
So
yeah, I didn't even want to do it.
What's that?
I didn't even want to do it.
He
No?
didn't. Nope.
No.
Why?
No, he
What
won't.
happened? They had to twist your arm?
I played a heartstring.
Yeah.
So, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, we have a ton of stuff that we have going on.
Yeah.
And it was the December prior to the pandemic. We were at a con and doing the same thing that you saw us doing at Rhode Island, networking. And we had become friends with a second generation Disney legend named Philo Barnhart, who actually was one of the creators of The Little Mermaid. But he worked on
Star Trek motion picture,
Star Trek, Secret of Nim. He worked for Hanna-Barbera. He's the little boy in Mary Poppins. Long story short, it was
the Dick Van Dyke one?
The original Disney one.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yep. Yeah. So he's the little boy with the flying the kite with his father. That was his real father, who also worked for Disney, and his mom worked for Disney. So anyway, I had been talking to him. It was the 30th anniversary for The Little Mermaid, 40th anniversary of Star Trek. Nobody that had interviewed him that year had released the podcast. So I went to Leo and I said, I want to do a show with him. He deserves to have his work seen. I mean, right there, you know. So I called Jeff and I played that heartstring, and he's like, you fucking suck. And here we are going into our 4th season in a couple weeks. And
how many have you done?
How many shows?
Yeah.
130.
Wow.
130, 140?
Something like that. It was like 130, I think 140, because we had some specials in between.
I didn't even want to fucking do it, no.
Well,
that's why I'm such a dick. You know.
Oh, I thought it was just a Massachusetts thing.
It is.
Oh, it's that too, yeah.
It is. You know, it's that Boston thing. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, but yeah, no, like, I mean, we've talked on the road and stuff, and he found that, you know, it actually was fun. And I pulled him out of his comfort zone by doing it, but neither one of us, nor Leo or anybody watching, thought that we would be sitting here, like I said, going into our 4th season, talking with amazing guests such as yourself, and all the amazing guests we've had on prior, and the guests that we have coming on in the future. It's just, you know, technology.
It's fun.
Technology is beautiful,
you know.
I mean, it's cool, man, because people need to. We're sort of
fucking chill out. People need to fucking chill out.
Yeah,
need to fucking do. Fucking chill out.
I mean, that's not what I was going to say, but yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, stop cutting them off.
Well, Rawle, what were you going to say?
No. I was going to say that people actually need that connection. They don't realize it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like an excuse because we have connection atrophy. We're not good at it anymore. Like
connection atrophy.
Yeah, like we're not as good at it as we were. We're not as socially intelligent as we were back coming up. You know how like you had to go talk to the girl and all that stuff.
Yep.
Now you're just doing an app and like, you know, so we're not able to really talk to each other, like, or make eye contact or shake a hand, a firm
the human connection. Yeah.
We suck at it because we're not doing it as much.
Yeah, and we're raising a generation of kids that are not going to do it because they're going to go, will you go to the prom with me?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Smiley face.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Heart, smiley face, thumbs up.
Yeah.
What's the one? The eggplant. I just found out what eggplant meant. I feel so dumb. Someone sent eggplant to me, and I think it's sexual. It means like, you know, you want to get down. And I was like,
see, it wasn't me. I didn't start all that bullshit.
he's like, eggplant. No, man. No, I want regular. I want chicken parmesan, man. Not eggplant.
Yeah, I'm not that hungry.
Yeah, I'm not that hungry.
You definitely bring up a good point. Like for me growing up, you know, I was a nerd, and I know I was. Yeah. You know, it's and I grew up on a farm, so it's like my closest friend was, you know, like 20-minute bike ride away, you know. But you know, throughout high school I ended up working retail, And that's where I learned a lot of my social, skills.
Yeah, man.
Trying to, interact with people,
Yeah, I mean, to me, like when I grew up with even people who were supposed to be nerdy still knew how to communicate.
Right.
That like I think communication we underestimated, but it's important. Like almost everybody that's like the school shooting or whatever, not to bring it that's their complaint. Like, I got no friends. No one would talk to me. So I think like we underestimate how much that is needed and how it develops. And if you got a friend, especially in show business, there's a lot of people who actors, you start getting popular, signing autographs or whatever the hell, and you start losing. But if you got a real friend, he'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like if you're like acting to like, what are you doing with like telling the waiter like, yes, bring me another, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you talking like that? So if you don't have that person to tell you that, sometimes it's a wife, or if you're just alone at your own devices and getting high in your own ego supply, then you just run amok, man.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
Run amok.
That's a good band name, actually.
Right.
Run amok.
Run amok.
Oh, we're run amok. I like that. I don't know why they're British, but
So you got any appearances coming up? You got any cons you're going to be doing, or is it going to be quiet? It's quiet for us over there.
You know what? We're going. Speaking of London, we're supposed to be going to the Manchester one, and that's hit simultaneously with the 30-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing that, and then I think Orlando. I never know. We're gonna probably do about 4 or 5 cons before that, but I never keep track of them until like 2-3 weeks before I'm told, and then I just go, all right.
Yeah, they say, oh, be at the airport at this time, be here, and be here.
Yeah, and I'm doing sit-ups because one day I'm gonna like try to fit in that bobsled suit and show up. Everybody, with no underwear either.
That would be funny. Let it all hang out, just like the bobsled
in costume.
Yeah. It's all for the all for the art.
Right. Photo
all
ops.
for the art.
In costume photo ops. How many eggplants are you gonna get?
Hey man, I might have to use a different fruit. Eggplant is a little bit ambitious.
Well, then what you need at your table is a little bobsled that you get into, just the front piece.
Yeah, it's just a pickle.
And that's a more expensive photo.
That's extra.
That's extra.
Need that. Hey Leo, you know what I like? What I was gonna ask you?
Yeah.
You said that you were a nerd back growing up, but now that's like at one point that was derogatory, right? But now that's like everyone's a self-proclaimed nerd. Now it's popular. How do you feel like now everyone's jumping on the bandwagon? Yeah, I'm a nerd.
Well, I mean, to each their own. Like everybody's a nerd in their own way. It's back in the day, I mean, definitely, I admit I was picked on a lot when I was a kid. I'm glad that kids can be nerdy and not feel that type of repercussion nowadays. But I love it that there's so many interests that you can be a nerd about anything. It's not just like wearing glasses and good at school and whatnot. Is you can be a nerd about fixing cars or history or anything.
Like you always say, you dork out about something.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
Well, so Rawle, what do you dork out about? Like what like everybody's nerdy about something. What are you nerdy about?
That's a good question. Huh. I think I like geography.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like that used to be Yugoslavia. I'm that asshole. It's okay. I love different places, man. Like here, because I like different cultures and hearing about it. you know,
Right.
and I'll talk about the map. I'll look at a map and they're like, oh, that's a Mercator projection. It's not the actual sizes of the country. I'm that fucking dude.
That's awesome. Love it.
Nothing is as it seems.
Yeah, exactly. But I also like, this is what I like about the podcast. I like when people on the podcast nerd out about something.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I like that because it's like you see them come alive and they're passionate about something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's, great. Just the different things like you talking about geography, everybody has something different, we and I tell the story a lot, but we had one comedian, and his item is he loved sunken ships. Sunken
Sucking
chips.
chips.
I thought he said sucking.
Like ships, historical
Who
shipwrecks.
doesn't?
Like that.
There you go. That's better. Yeah, historical shipwrecks.
Like
That's what
sucking chicks. Like, don't we all? Is that
Is that a bad thing?
Sunken chips.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, historical shipwrecks. Yeah.
What the hell is a drunken? What's a drunken chip?
Sunken chips. Oh, okay, I got you. I started thinking of sunken potato chips. I'm so freaking way off to what you were talking about. Got it. Sunken chips.
No worries.
Like
I did not-
shipwrecks.
Yes, exactly.
Shipwrecks.
See, it would have been easier if you just had said.
I know, and
older shipwrecks.
my brain works differently.
And we would have already been way past this and onto something else by now.
Well, when he said sucking chicks, I thought, oh, this show's getting spicy.
Does that start now?
Where can I get one of those? No.
Right. Where can I get one of those?
In the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. But that's actually where you will definitely find out all the details about this amazing guest tonight, including his podcast.
Yeah.
I think you should go listen to it. I've listened to a couple of them, and yeah.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll. Yep.
I'm just saying it out loud so people don't think it's stop, drop, and Raleigh.
So you have that
Show
on
North Carolina.
you have that on iTunes, is it on Spotify as well?
It's on several platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. What are the other ones? It's like on 8 of them.
Nice.
I think if you just look up "Stop, Drop" and my name Rawle, there's like no one else with that
Right.
podcast name. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
So what were some of the pitfalls that you've faced so far building up your podcast?
Besides this show?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Uh-huh.
No.
Hey, Rob.
Just kidding. Now that's the Massachusetts I'm looking for. That's now you were from Lowell.
Yes.
No, I think pitfalls. It's like show business is weird because there's a lot of I don't really have a lot of complaints, and that's kind of a pain in the ass when people hear that. But I think for me the pitfalls is like there's a lot of waiting to get something, like for instance, I've written like a couple of TV shows like you guys are talking about, and I've had meetings where they said yes and then it still doesn't go, someone new comes in and says no. So I think that, and that's not like, it's not like doing drugs in a freaking disco or nothing like that, but it's kind of like, or in an alley, but it's kind of like you get yourself all excited thinking that this thing is going to happen and then it doesn't. And the other pitfalls are like, you never know who's really into you as far as relationships. Like, I think my relationships, I had to really learn how to read people. A lot of times, like I've had dates and I'm thinking, man, this is going good. She could be Mrs. Lewis, And then at the end of the date, she's like, so can you get me an agent? You know what I mean? So you're like, oh, shit. She's
Right.
trying to, come up in life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So not only she's trying to come up, not only is she like using me on a date, but she's like sleeping her way to the middle. That's like you didn't even pick a good guy to freaking advance your career with. Yeah. So you really suck.
Oh, maybe she did. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe she saw
I've
you in that.
actually helped a lot of people because I do
in
casting
that
as well.
way.
What's that?
In that way.
You mean their careers? You mean?
He meant
Yes.
sleeping their way to the middle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I've taken one for the team. You know, it's not a bad. No, but I've helped people like
yeah,
right.
I've helped people with their careers because I do casting as well. So like I'll like if I see someone that's talented, like they don't even have to sleep with me. You know what I mean? It helps, but
It helps.
No, but they like I just really love finding talented people. So that's kind of like one of my nerdy thing too. You know, I like, oh, no one's figured out this person's good, and so I like to push them forward.
That's cool.
Because to me, I don't think about fame so much. I think like as long as I'm not like broke, I'm happy to keep going, you know?
Right.
Because I got friends that are real famous, and some of it's kind of like it seems like a pain in the ass to be
I can see that.
But the part where they're like, you know, can't go to a mall and stuff like that, it always seems like annoying to me.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think that would be the biggest pain in the ass if somebody was in that position if they were that in that caliber of fame. You know, you can't walk out your door without somebody trying to take a picture or you know.
I do think it's better now, though. Now I'm less annoyed by it because I think like you could be on a Netflix show right now and no one would know because there's so much stuff out there.
There's so much out there, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So and now is actually the best time to have more notoriety, I think. But I think when I was a lot younger, it was like all my friends that were sort of on like a CBS show or something like that. I was like, Jesus, this is annoying. Like, and their relationships suck, you know, the people because they weren't sure if this person was into them or into their persona.
Right.
You know how it is, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I know how it is. So. See, now he's messing with me. I'm letting him mess with me.
This is what we're doing, Lowell.
Right. I mean,
what?
You did get mistaken for, what was it, Ray Liotta?
Yeah, Ray Liotta. Think I look like
really?
Ray Liotta?
Yeah, I know Ray Liotta. I've met Ray Liotta. You know.
Actually, he looks more like Steve Martin, but
actually, I was gonna say there's actually I won't say it. Never mind.
Is it that bad, Leo?
No. It's you know I watch, Jeff. You watch the same shows, like all the paranormal shows and stuff like that. And there's
not all of them, but some of them. Yeah.
There's this one guy that's been really jumping up in the popularity. He was on the USS Nimitz. He's part of the witnesses for the Tic Tac video. And I swear every time I see him on a show, he looks just like Jeff. It is uncanny how much he like, yeah.
Nobody's supposed to know any of that.
It's not Jeff, though. Trust me. The only Tic Tac video he knows is the Tic Tacs.
Yeah, I got it right here.
I get that with Denzel. It's like if one more person telling me I look like Denzel, it'd be like, okay, you know.
I don't see that.
No, I'm kidding. Of course not.
I don't see that. Just saying.
No, but you know, it's, everybody kind of looks like somebody. So
right.
Oh, I believe that.
Right.
I believe that. Everybody has a double somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, hopefully mine's famous and rich.
You want that, or you want to be the famous rich one?
I just want to have fun.
Yeah, that's kind of how
you know. I mean, just like you said, as long as my bills are paid, my wife and my kids are happy, that's all that matters. You know,
I mean, people underestimate that, like what they call normality, but
right.
Just being able to get up every day and hang out with who you want to hang out with and be around the people you love, that's better than fame.
Right. Like doing this show. I mean, for us, like
that's called success.
Doing this show, you know, being able to chat with a lot of different guests that we probably never would have been able to meet otherwise. You know, and it's having fun. I mean, we really didn't talk about absolute anything tonight other than just sitting here shooting the shit. Like, and that's the beauty of what we did. Well,
we talk about cool runnings.
Yeah,
there's a little sexual innuendos thrown in there.
Yeah,
all kinds of eggplants.
Learn some
what else?
John Candy.
You know,
right?
I'm here to bring your show down. That's
Oh yeah, good luck.
Yeah, really.
I think we do that just fine.
Absolutely. But I know Leo, you have another show tonight. I'm assuming at 9.
I do.
All right, so we'll get 5 minutes, and then we're gonna let this amazing gentleman go. So if you got any questions or comments, you got to get them in the chat. Otherwise, Jeff and Leo are gonna hog the fucking show like they have already. Just saying.
Hey, it's not our fault. We did our research.
Oh no, hey, go. It's all you.
I didn't do any research. Everything I'm saying is pretty stupid.
Right? I did. Go ahead.
What do you love most about this show?
Nothing.
Doing the show.
Meeting
honestly,
different people.
Yeah.
You know, the different. You know, it's just so awesome to sit and chat with different people that I grew up watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And learning things that you normally wouldn't learn about these people. You know, I mean, we've had, like I said, we've had a lot of guests on. We actually had Tommy Chong on at the beginning of the year.
Oh man.
And
love Tommy Chong.
I watched a ton of different interviews and stuff. And when he came on, we just let him reminisce. And he literally took us all the way back to his childhood. And growing up and laying on the roof and smoking weed with Cheech and playing music and just all the way up. It was amazing to just chat with him like that. You know?
Yeah.
And then you find out like
there wasn't questions about this and well, what about that?
Right.
Exactly.
You know, he talks enough about that.
Yeah. You know, but
like you find out more about people when you just get to chat with them.
Right. You know. Like we found
out all I need to know tonight, you know.
You're that guy that, you know, talks about geography, you know. So now you're going to be at an event at some point in the future. You'll be at an event and somebody will come up to you and go, you know, in geography, and they'll start talking to you about geography, and you're going to go, what the fuck does this have to do with me being here for signing autographs or cool running? I don't get. And you're going to go, there was that stupid fucking podcast that I was on 3 years ago with those assholes. Yeah, somebody saw it. Look at that.
Toking.
It's still Toking with is the name of the show.
Toking with
is the name of the show, which has been pulled from the parent company, which is Still Toking Enterprises. Under that umbrella is this show, Toking with the Dead, the comic book series, the TV series, reanimated the animation series, the novel that's coming out. Just go to stilltoking.com. Jeff will tell you at the end of the show where to go.
You guys are busy.
I'll tell him where to go. All right.
You know,
don't you worry about that.
Plus, this show right here that you see, these three guys, and we have one other. We actually go on the road to conventions and run the panels. So we broadcast the panels live worldwide. So right now we're running on 21 platforms worldwide with this show.
Damn, I should have been a little more polite.
No.
Wouldn't have worked.
Nope. Wouldn't have worked. You know, people watch it. I don't know why they're downloading it like crazy on podcasts, which is great. But we want people to check out your podcast.
Stop, Drop, and Rawle on Anchor. Anchor.fm.
Right.
That's me.
That was the plug spot, folks. for our podcast listeners, that's what we call the plug spot.
I took your cue.
I saw that. Well, I pointed at you, but I mean,
it wasn't that hard. Like if I missed that, then I'd just be an idiot.
Well,
on that note, Leo.
Yeah, we'll wrap.
If you don't mind, just hang tight until he closes the show and says the show's closed, please, because it still records.
Yep. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. As you know, my name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. I run a little thing called the Dorkening Podcast Network. We got a ton of shows on the network. I think we're hitting over 50 shows right now. A lot of awesome people doing a lot of awesome stuff. Just head on over to thedorkening.com and you can see all the latest episodes right there. And Rawle, where do you like people interacting with you on social media?
Man, that's good. Instagram, Rawle TV, RAWLE TV. Instagram. It's across all my Facebook. It's Rawle TV as well, RAWLE TV. And Twitter, the same thing, Rawle TV. So I kind of keep it the same, so you can find me anywhere. Hit me up, say hi. Ask me a question, whatever you want.
Awesome. You gonna move over to Mastodon?
Am I what?
Never mind.
all I heard was master something or other.
Yeah, that's all.
A lot of people from Twitter are moving over to Mastodon, just trying to see.
Oh, right. The new, yeah. Nah, I'm gonna wait and see. It's kind of like Bitcoin. I'm waiting to see
if it makes any money.
Yeah.
Good thing to do. Jeffrey.
Yo. Been a pleasure, my man. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I felt close to you because you're from Lowell.
So as for us, just go to stilltoking.com, Talking with Dead on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube, Still Talking With. Yep, we're out there. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Watch some shows.
Benjamin.
That was the shortest I think he's ever been.
I know.
In like 3.
No, actually, I've been shorter.
Oh, well, dinner must be done. Is it time?
Yeah, it is.
I figured as much. What's for dinner tonight, Jeffrey?
I think it's shepherd's pie.
Okay. Very nice. We know you didn't make it. But no, we definitely want to thank Rawle for coming out and hanging out with us tonight, shooting the shit like we always do. Check him out. Show notes up above, down below. Rawle TV across his platforms. Check out his podcast. Better yet, get off your ass. Go see this gentleman at one of his cons, events, or his stand-up. Because, I mean, you're not going to be disappointed. And if you are, well, then you're just an ass. But to all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do every day so people like us can do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.
Peace.